What's up, everybody? It's Bill from High Volume Games, and welcome to another episode of Promotion Wars. This is the big one. It's episode number 50, and we are here on location at the local hotel that I'm staying at. Took a weekend to relax, but we're not going to stop giving you that HVW entertainment. So, going to be a couple weird things. First of all, sound might be a little different just because I'm using the computer because I forgot my headphones like a moron. Two, because I'm using that, this room makes a weird sound. I don't know if it's pipes because of heat or something, but it makes a weird sound. So that might happen. And three, we're going to do 2 weeks of the show today. So we'll do this one where we're at Wednesday, June 1st, and we'll also do Wednesday, June 8th. So one cool thing that I added, I bought this today, a little scratch pad, something to write down notes. So we'll be able to go a little faster into the broadcast because I've already got things written out. In this, I wrote the top feuds, and then I wrote my Wednesday Night Warriors card and my Saturday Night House Show card. So we should be able to get into this pretty quickly. It would help if I put it up. See, again, the other change is I'm facing the screen because I'm only on one screen today. Numerally, I have two, one on the right, one on the left. Today, just the one, so it's going to be a little different, but we'll get into it. So let's go right to the show. We're not going to do anything. Oh, we're going to add one feud. So I have the 8 feuds that we had. Anderson and Williams, and also one other feud ended. Can't think of it. But those feuds ended, so we have 8 right now. I am going to add a 9th feud. Kind of just want to get 2 guys who can really go, and that would be AR Fox versus Bruiser Bruno. Both guys are in the 80s. Put up feud with them. It's going to bring numbers. So both of them are around 50. Draw 2, so that'll help. So we're going to get into the show. We're going to go to the 1240 South Surrey Arena. I don't know, South Surrey doesn't seem to like us, but we're putting on a show for them. It's going to be 8. 8 is going to be a tag team cage match. I don't think we've had a cage match since Davey Boy Smith Jr. left us. But we're going to see Eric Redbeard and Caz XL take on London and Chris Hero. Number 7, the debuting, this is the first ever Air Paris Open Interstate Challenge, or Interstate Open Challenge. Air Paris Interstate Open Challenge. Which we will see Air Paris take on the newcomer, Matt Cross. Number 6 and 5 are both some of our top feuds. So we'll have Tony Callahan taking on Erica Riggs, who has burst out of nowhere. And number 5 will feature a tag team match between 2 guys who needed a spark, Andrew Everett and Mike Bennett. They are going to take on, again, 2 other guys who, before this were not even noticed, Anthony Bennett and Corey Hollis. But people are liking this feud. Number 4 for the World Television Championship, we're going to see Afa and Jr. take on Ryan Nemeth. Nemeth had that non-title backstage brawl win. over 3, we're going to see a mixed tag match between our current champions, Carl Anderson and Alicia Sherrington. Oh, wait, no, that's wrong. Well, hold on. Intergender tag team match. There we go. Carl Anderson and Alicia Sherrington are going to take on Mance Warner, newcomer, and Amber Nova. Next match, we're going to have a hardcore match between, unfortunately, a lot of our hardcore guys are kind of tired right now, so we'll see Travis Dyke versus Todd Gibbs. And in the opener, we're going to have a 4-way match between the kind of the 4 guys who've been the opening matches recently. We're going to see our friend Andy Black. We're going to see Kevin McCartney, the third Kevin. We're going to see Robbie Einhorn. And we're going to see the Serial Man. All right, that is our first show. Looks good. We got some big draws up top. We got some entertaining matches in the middle. Some big feuds. Let's see how it goes. So while we wait, just want to say thank you to everybody who's watched the last 50 episodes. Can't thank everyone enough. Can't believe it made it to 50. Look at that, a 1240 sellout. We haven't had a 1240 sellout in a while, so we're moving up. Red hot, sold out crowd. Ready to see the stars of high volume wrestling. Let's move this up to 4, not 5, because remember, at 5 last week I was a little slow keeping up. So we're here. We're on the road to Retaliation. Opening contest. Andy versus Kevin versus Robbie versus Serial Man. Andy Black hits the Canadian Destroyer on Serial Man. Andy's going to make the cover, get the win, and that is 3 wins in a row for Andy Black. Let me circle that. Oh, my God. Good win. Andy Black went from being 0-24 to 3-0 in a matter of 3 weeks. Caz and Redbeard have come out to the ring with microphones. They cut a promo on Hero in London. Here comes Hero in London. They hit back with a promo of their own. Having the final word, Hero in London casually return. They've got a cage match tonight, so they need to go back. Travis Dykes versus Todd Gibbs. Todd Gibbs unloads with a barrage of shots with the trash can lid. He hits with the trash can itself. Gibbs connects with the DDT. Makes the cover. Todd Gibbs is like running this division right now. As he gets another win. He is pretty much, with Valentine out on the shelf right now, Gibbs is the longest tenured hardcore wrestler. But hasn't had that title yet. Maybe Todd Gibbs needs to take on Chris Harris. AR Fox is in the ring with a microphone. He's going to cut a promo on Bruiser Bruno. Bruno's music starts. Bruno comes down to the ring unhappy with the comments, especially with this new guy who just started. They meet face to face and it turns into a brawl. They're holding nothing back here. Brawl goes outside the ring. And now they battled all the way to the back. We're going to have security stop this. They will fight Saturday night. Anderson and Sherrington take on Mance Warner and Amber Nova. Warner hits the guns. Anderson hits the stun gun on Warner. Stun, sorry. And Anderson and Sherrington continue that role that they've been on. No team has even come close to putting up a fight against them. Could they be the couple that takes, they've got a long way to go, but who's going to stop them? Are they going to be the ones to beat Air Paris' 195-day record? Renee Paquette in the ring talking to Chavo and Lance. Chavo can't wrestle this week, so here's a contract. Oh, I guess they'll be fighting next week. We'll put that in. The pen to the paper. Chavo signs it. Lance signs it. Here's two guys who may not have a future at HVW. Chavo wants out already. Lance not thrilled. They may not be here very long. Alpha versus Ryan Nemeth. Nemeth's had enough. He grabs a chair. Referee pulls it from him, takes it out of the ring. Nemeth pokes Alpha in the eyes. Hits the zigzag. That's got to be all. The ref counts to 3. And we have a new television champion via eye poke and zigzag. It is Ryan Nemeth. Nemeth, the original HVW pickup. He was the first to sign with us. Gets his first title in HVW. Nemeth was originally the idea of who would be the television champion at the beginning. He just did not do it. We have Susie Taylor talking to Tawny Callahan. She asked her thoughts about Erica Riggs. Remember, Riggs last week went to Callahan's house. Riggs has joined the interview. She's not happy with what Callahan's been saying. And they've fought. Their fight between the two, they're brawling all over the backstage arena. Referees coming out. Referees are like, first you gotta separate Bruiser and AR Fox. Now you gotta go run back and get these two. We got Brooks Boys versus Hollis and Bennett. Bennett connects with the buzz cut on Bennett. Bennett cuts the... Wow. Anthony Bennett makes the cover. The ref counts to 3. Anthony Bennett picks up the win. It's weird when you have opponents who have the same last name. But Corey Hollis and Anthony Bennett get the win. This Hollis and Bennett team are starting to, become separate. They weren't anything, but together they're beating teams now. I mean, remember, Andrew Everett is a past interstate champion. Renee Paquette's with Madhausen. Madhausen is talking about Johnny Volume and Brett Lane. Here they come. They're exchanging words here. And now it's physical. Madhausen and Brett Lane and Johnny Volume fighting it out. Referees come running to the scene. Those referees better get some extra pay today. Callahan versus Riggs. Tawny hits the Tawny cutter. She makes the cover. Gets the win. Tawny Callahan picking up a nice win here. That will definitely add to the feud. Two matches left on this card. One being an interstate. Did I put the interstate championship on the line? I hope so. It would be real sad if the Interstate Open wasn't for the title. I have it Oh, Scotty Davison's in the back. Too Tough Tony walks over. We got a little. Oh, I think this is Too Tough Tony spitting in Davison's food. And he does. Too Tough Tony spitting in Davison's food. It's gross. Saying, I'm in your head, Scotty. But Too Tough Tony can't wrestle right now because his. It is an interstate championship match. Okay. The match crossed down on the mat. Air Paris goes to the top. He hits the moonsault. It connects. Air Paris, who, by the way, is, thinking about asking for his release, just won, continues to hold that interstate championship. Ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled for one fall. Suddenly, a huge bang as Anthony Bennett comes crashing down. Mike Bennett not far behind. They go to town on Anthony Bennett, but where's Corey? Oh, but here's Corey Hollis with a steel pipe. Hollis evening the odds, but Brooks has the advantage. Bennett pulls out a pair of handcuffs. Oh no. Hollis has no choice but to watch Hollis handcuffed. Anthony Bennett is hurt. We have medical coming to the aid of Anthony Bennett. Brooks boys making a statement. Comes down to the final two in the cage. Caz and Hero. They slowly go to their feet. Redbeard's cheering on his partner. Caz musters up the power. East River Crossing. Chris Hero's down. Caz goes to the top. Caz and Redbeard win the cage match. So, Caz and Redbeard win. And that is it for this Wednesday Night Warriors. Let's see, we got Andy Black in the four-way with 72. Gibbs and Dykes with 82. The intergender tag match went 75. Nemeth and Alpha went 68. A new champion. Hollis and Bennett defeat the Brook Boys with 82. Callahan vs. Riggs went 85. Air Paris and Matt Cross went 70. Redbeard and Caz winning going 85. So we went 83.90. We made $18,381 profit this time. That's good. And Caz and Redbeard versus Hero in London, the match of the night. That's a good number. 99 we're at. Wages. Promoter rating 100. All right, so we're going to go right into the next show, in which we're going to have 8 matches. And we're going to see a match between the two number 1 contenders for the soon-to-be vacant championship, as Tommy O'Neill takes on that disco guy. The second match is for the the HVW Tag Team Championships, and it will be Danhausen and Matt Braddock versus Brett Lane and Johnny Volume. Match number 6 is a women's match with our champion Nicole Matthews taking on Sonia Strong. Number 5 is going to be a Battle Royal. And it's going to be a female Battle Royal for the number 1 contender. Sherrington, Nova, Riggs, Ramsey, Hannah Shamrock. Heather Reynolds, Helen Martin, Nicole Matthews is not in it. Rebecca Prince, Ruby Soho, Sonia Strong, Susie Parkman, Tessa Blanchard, Tawny Callahan. I don't think Vicky Collister. I don't think she's a worker. Oh, maybe she is. Worst case, we can always cancel. Auto and auto. Well, she's a 66, but she can wrestle. Okay. So 4 is going to be our new feud. It's going to be AR Fox and Bruiser Bruno. Three is a women's match between Reynolds and Parkman. This feud is very good. It's actually number 3 on our list. 2 is going to be an interesting little tag team match between guys who we just want to get in here. But so we're going to have Adam Williams and Eric Cannon, who used to feud, going up against Evan Gonzalez and Daniel Maccabee. And it was Gonzalez and Cannon, which was, I think, the feud that ended. And we'll have another tag team match where the other Kevins, Bantam and Seville, will take on Huffman and Cash. There we go. I mean, you got our 2 number 1 contenders going at it in this main event of a house show. We got some super women's matches. Bruiser and Fox should have a decent match. This should be a good little show. 6:09. We're going to go straight to results. Kevin's defeat Huffman and Cash, 75. Adam Williams and Cannon beat Gonzalez and Maccabee, 73. Is that a little tag team? Parkman and Reynolds, 91. AR Fox and Bruno in their first match, 83. AR Fox with the win. Tawny Callahan wins the Battle Royal. Oh, so it's going to be Callahan versus Matthews at Retaliation, 78. Matthews and Strong went 76. Madhausen defeats Brett Lane and Johnny Volume with an 86. And Tommy O'Neill defeats the Disco Guy, 76. So 85.80. Ruby Soho had the most eliminations. $6,022 profit. Oh no, Heather Reynolds is injured. Oh, she'll be out 4 months. No, that is very sad. And that almost brings her up to her contract. That's very sad because she is literally the highest ability person we have. So for her to be out 4 months is just awful. But we'll look forward to having her back. All right, we'll see if anything occurs midweek. Nothing does. We're going to have a trainee offer. Okay. Victor Einhorn, I guess that's Robbie Einhorn's brother, we'll say. 67 and 66. We'll offer him a contract because, hey, we have a new tag team, the Einhorns. Why not? He's got a figure 4 leg lock as his finisher. Does the Einhorns take on the Kevins to start us off? All right. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to pause the video. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video and then reassess and set it up for next. It's only going to be 1 second for you guys, but it will be, a little bit for me. So don't touch that channel. I will be right back with our next week. And we are back. Welcome, everyone. This is week 2 of our 50th episode special, and here we go. So we had to do a few changes because of 1, some grueling feuds, and 2, Heather Reynolds' injury. Excuse me. So we added a couple feuds, added 4. One of the big things I decided to do, because the feuds that were cooling were Redbeard and Caz versus London and Hero. I decided to move Redbeard and Caz, but I didn't want to put Madhausen versus London and Hero again. So Madhausen is now going to take on Eric Cannon and Adam Williams, that new team that just formed this past week. Seems like that could be some good fun. And Hero and London are going to separate, not for good, just for the moment. I actually want to put Hero and London versus Brooks Boys, but we, for a few weeks, because Brooks Boys right now is the hottest feud we have. So I don't want to put them in a feud right now. So right now, Hero's going to face Paris, and London's going to face Maccabee. And who knows? You'd think I would have put London versus Paris so that London could possibly become the first Triple Crown champion, but we didn't do that. It's okay. Maccabee, the reason I put him in is I looked at all the heels, and I looked at all the heels who had the highest draw, and of everyone who didn't have a feud, Maccabee was the highest, so we had to put him in. So Caz and Redbeard is going to take Brett Lane and Johnny Volume. Madhausen's going to take Eric Cannon and Adam Williams. Like I said, Hero is Air Paris, Paul London and Daniel Maccabee. And so that's good. But look at these 2 feuds. This Erica Riggs, Tawny Callahan. Like, Callahan is the #1 contender, but right now we want to finish this feud because it's so good. And same thing with this Hollis Bennett. I'm not going to, change my plans. Well, it's 100%. So there we go. Let's get into our next show, which is going to be, now think of it this way, okay? Air Paris has just, again, he won the Open Challenge, so once again he comes out and declares an Open Challenge. And who comes in but Chris Hero? This is either going to make Air Paris, almost superhero, not almost a superhero, but, he might be the, Mount Rushmore of HVW if he could beat Chris Hero. And what a match for the Interstate Championship. So we're going to see London and Maccabee in our next match. Because again, Paul London's draw is huge. And Maccabee's is not bad. Plus, Maccabee's not overly happy with where he's been, so putting him up here, in a high-profile match, that'd be nice. We're going to see Caz and Redbeard take on Volume and Lane. The good thing about this one is we know Redbeard and Caz won their feud. Brett Lane and Johnny Volume lost theirs. But again, Lane and Volume, younger guys, these guys are they're sitting under the learning tree against another good team. 5 is going to be Callahan and Riggs. Because we want that 80% feud to keep going. The TV crowd's going to see AR Fox versus Bruiser Bruno after their good match. well, this is not a feud. We're going to put Susie Parkman, who now doesn't have a feud after Heather Reynolds' injury, but we're going to put her with Helen Martin just to see if it turns out good. Maybe when we combine feuds and stuff, that might be the next one. In our hardcore match, we're going to see our friend Todd Gibbs take on Kevin Bantam. And will the momentum continue? But Andy Black is going to take on he's been fighting the new guys, but he's going to take on Sean Cash. And we'll see what happens. So because of where we're falling on this, the 1269, look at that. We're still going up. Near capacity crowd. We're only 31 away from tying our record. So because we're going to do, in this case, we're going to go straight to results on these next two shows just because we're already now close to 40 minutes. So I apologize, but I don't want to bore you too much. Okay, so Sean Cash defeats Andy Black, 72. Bantam defeats Todd Gibbs, 84. Oh, Bantam putting himself in the, conversation. Helen Martin defeats Susie Parkman, 84. Look at this. A.R. Fox defeats Bruiser Bruno, 83. Shawnee Callahan defeats Eric Riggs, 88. Caz and Redbeard defeat Brett Lane and Johnny Williams, 77. Paul London defeats Daniel McAfee, 78. And Air Paris defeats Chris Hero, 74. Oh. Air Paris, 2 interstate championship matches in 1 week, 1 episode, 7 days. 86.00. What a show. Made 18,805 profit. That was huge. Tony Callahan and Erica Riggs, 88. So honestly, on paper, that show was but in the ratings, that was a good show. I'm happy with that. Nothing comes up, just our wages. Let's just delete all this. All right, so we're going to go into our... it's funny because let's just look one thing. Our boy, Air Paris, oh, he's unhappy here, but that actually has changed because he was actually contemplating his release. Now he's asking for his release. Now he's just not likely to. He's now looking to fulfill his contract and may not re-sign. That's a different story. But putting him in 2 big high-profile matches, giving him guys that can run, it's working. All right, so let's get into this. This one will be fun. It's probably not gonna draw the numbers that the other one did, but it'll be fun. We're gonna have a 6-man tag. I should put it as a backstage brawl, but backstage brawl at a house show is goofy. We're gonna have Tommy with his former tag team partner Adam and his new tag team partner Eric Cannon going against the Misunderstood of Danhausen, Mad Braddocks, and that disco guy. I'll tell you 2 big feuds teaming up. 7, we're going to see that 100% feud. as Andrew and Mike Bennett take on Anthony Bennett and Corey Hollis. Six is going to be Chavo and Lance. This may not do well because Chavo is still not very healthy. But this feud needs to go somewhere. 5 is going to be a women's tag match between arguably the 3 of the biggest names, as we'll see. Matthews and Soho take on Blanchard and Rebecca Prince. 4 will be a hardcore match between Scotty Davison and Too Tough Tony. 3 will be women's match between Francine Ramsey. Again, we're trying things out. Francine Ramsey and Amber Nova. 2 is going to be a tag team match that we talked about in the, part 1 of this. We're going to see, although a little change, we're going to see Seville and McCartney, the Kevins. Kevin 2 and Kevin 3 will take on Robbie and Victor, the Einhorns. And number 1 will be Hannah Shamrock and Sonia Strong. Now, Sonia Strong probably not thrilled going from taking on the champion to taking on the new person, but we're trying things out. That's what the house show's about. So again, thanks everybody for watching the 50th episode of Promotion Wars, and could not do it without you. Hope everyone's well. Look at this 600 sellout, and we'll go straight to the results. Sonia Strong defeats Hannah Shamrock, 73. The Kevins, Seville and McCartney beat the Einhorns, 73. Amber Nova defeats Francine Ramsey, 76. Scotty Davison wins the hardcore match with Too Tough Tony, 89. And that's with Too Tough Tony not being fully 100%. Nicole Matthews and Ruby Soho beat Tessa Blanchard and Rebecca Prince, 75. Chavo defeats Lance, 70. The Brooks Boys defeat Hollis and Bennett with this 86. So that's good. They got they split this week. Now that was good. And the Misunderstood defeat Tommy O'Neill, Adam Williams, and Eric Cannon, 74 with an 83.6. So not a bad show considering. 6,800, considering we had a lot of guys who were either not fully ready or, their ability ratings is not high. We did decent. All right. House show feedback. Scotty Davison, Too Tough Tony, the match of the night. So we'll skip ahead. Interesting. We get a message on Tuesday. Scotty Valentine returning to action in a few days, which means he'll be back for retaliation. Uh-oh. That'll be interesting. Does Scotty go back to the parking lot? Or does Scotty go somewhere else? Does he go for the TV? Does he go into something else? We'll see. And let's one more day. We have a new trainee. Tori Grayson, no real numbers, so not interested. All right, so that's going to be it for this episode. Good. We're now just a few days away from retaliation, and we've got some interesting, plot twists. The biggest one being Scotty Valentine returning. That's going to be interesting. Where does he fit in? I mean, he's arguably one of the biggest names we have. The longest reigning parking lot, the longest reigning TV champ. It's going to be interesting to see where he fits into this. I mean, not alone, he's one of our top draws. So, we'll see. So, next episode, we'll be back at my house, and we will see Wednesday Night Warriors, the house show, and Retaliation. All right, so I hope everyone takes care, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, everyone, for the first 50 episodes. Here's to 50 more. Cheers, my friends. Take care now. Bye.